Nat Love, African-American Cowboy. From the 1860s to the 1880s, thousands of cowboys herded cattle in the American West. About 1/4 of them were African American. One of the most famous black cowboys was Nat Love. Like many black cowboys, Love was born into slavery. Love published a book about his experiences in 1907. Here's his story.
In an old log cabin in Tennessee in June 1854, I first saw the light of day. The exact date of my birth I never knew, because in those days no count was kept of the birth of a slave baby. Our plantation was situated in the heart of the South, and on the plantations all around us were thousands of slaves.
When Love was a kid, America's Civil War broke out. North and South fought over the issue of slavery. After the war, Love and other enslaved people were finally free.
It was not long before all the slaves in the surrounding country were celebrating their freedom. My father decided to start out for himself. He rented 20 acres of land. Our first crop consisted of corn, tobacco, and a few vegetables.
When Love was 15, he headed west. He decided to become a cowboy, one of the few jobs open to black men at that time.
After breakfast, I asked the camp boss for a job as cowboy. He asked me if I could ride a wild horse. I said, yes, sir. The boss said he would give me a job and pay me $30 per month. I worked with this outfit for over 3 years. I became known throughout the country as a good all-around cowboy.
But being a cowboy was dangerous work. Cowboys dealt with extreme weather and tough trail conditions. They also sometimes fought with Native Americans who were defending their land along the trails. On one cattle drive, Love even had to deal with a stampede.
It was shortly after dark when the storm commenced. The 2,500 head of cattle strung out along the trail became panic-stricken and stampeded. And despite our utmost efforts, we were unable to keep them in line. Imagine riding your horse at the top of his speed through torrents of rain and hail and darkness so black that we could not see our horses' heads, chasing an immense herd of maddened cattle. There were holes, cliffs, gullies, and big rocks scattered all around, but we never thought of our personal danger that night.
Another time, Love saved the life of a fellow cowboy.
I'd entered the river and my horse was swimming easily. When on glancing around, I saw one of the boys go under the water. Both man and horse completely disappeared. They soon came up, only to disappear again. I saw at once something was wrong, so when they came up the second time, I threw my rope. It fell near the man, who had the presence of mind to grasp it and hold on while I snaked both man and horse out to safety.
By 1890, the cowboy era was coming to an end. Cattle could now be delivered all over the country by train. Love found new work on the railroads. But he always remembered his time on the trails.
The cowboy is almost a being of the past. But I, Nat Love, hale, hearty, and happy, will ever cherish a fond and loving feeling for the old days on the range.